You're going to want to Google Java install and go download Java. If you don't have Java installed already, just click on that to download it. And then you're going to download Mars. You can type in Mars MIPS download. And that's going to be from the Missouri State website. And you go to download, and you can download it right here by clicking on this link. Open mine up. I already have mine downloaded, so I'm just going to double click on that. And it'll open up. You're going to file, make a new file, save it really quick, and you can just put that whatever it is. I'm going to put in my folder, assembly, save. Okay, and the first thing that we're going to need to do is segment off our code. Put 2 tabs really fast. This is going to be our data segment. This is how we're going to be able to do our strings. You're going to need to, this is sort of like declaring a variable. First we're going to start off with hello world. We're going to call this variable hello world. This is what's called a label, and you're going to put another 2 tabs, and you're going to give it a type, which is going to be .ASCII, which is just saying it's a part of the alphabet, and the quote to give it its value, hello world, exclamation mark. And then we need to have our .text segment. So this is like segmenting off different parts of memory. Data is where your information is in memory, and then this is where your code is in memory. So this is where we're going to write our code. And the way that we're going to do this is MIPS is going to take in, so you're going to use the load immediate instruction, which is going to let you load a number into a register. Registers, you can see all of them over here, V0, V1, A0, A1. All of these are your registers. Think of registers kind of like variables, except you can't change the name of it. They just all have their own name. So we're going to put, so it's going to say load immediate $V0. So that's the register that we're putting it into. And we're going to do 4. Putting 4 into $V1 is the way that you're going to tell MIPS that you want to output a string, and you're going to say load address. That's what LA is, and we're going to load that into $A0. A stands for argument. This is our command that we're about to use to interface with the console, and the argument that we're going to give it is going to be our hello label. And you can do syscall to call all of this. So you only use syscalls anytime that you need to talk to the console. And now once you've saved your project, you can come up here and click on this to assemble it. And then you can hit play, and you'll see down at the bottom, hello world. One thing that we're going to fix is it says program is finished running, dropped off the bottom. If you want to do a graceful exit, kind of like your return 0, then you're going to put 10 into your $V0. That's going to be your way of telling MIPS that it's time to quit the program. So now syscall, and if you run that, you'll see it'll say is finished running instead of dropped off bottom, and that's the graceful way to exit a program. So now we're going to do a little bit of input too, instead of just doing a file output. So we're going to change this label. We'll call it ask for int, and make sure our spacing is right. Give me an integer. Okay, so we'll have it, we're going to give it the address ask for int, so that it's going to print out that label instead. And then we are going to load immediate $V0, and we are going to give it 5, which is the way of telling MIPS to take in an integer. And then we're going to go ahead and do syscall, and it'll do that command for you, take in your int, and then it's going to take that integer and put it into $V0. So then we have to move that so that we don't clobber it. Move, and then the register we're going to move it into. Let's do $A1. That's a good standard for a register for storing a temporary variable. Move $A1 from $V0, and then we're going to do another label called here is your int, and that's going to be a dot s keys. Here is your int, and we are going to load immediate $p04 again so that we can output a string, load address, $a0, give it the argument, here's your int, is your int, and then we are going to output the integer that we stored in $a0 earlier. So we're going to say load immediate $v01. That's the way of saying that you're going to output an integer. And then we are going to move into $a0 from $a1. So we're taking our temporary variable and moving it into our argument slot, and then we're going to go into our syscall. And let's see what this does. So it's not assembling. You need to put a colon here. Ask for int to make sure everything's spelled right. Hit play. Give me an integer. I'm gonna give it 4, and it didn't print. So I think I know why. We are actually missing our syscall right here. So you need to have a syscall anytime that you want it to update the console. So give me an integer. Give it 5. Here is your int 5, and that's just a brief introduction to how this works.